Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2018 incredibly low mileage Ford Fiesta Titanium. The car's just had the one mature gentleman owner from brand new. We bought the car directly from the chap. We'll run through some of the high specification as we go around the vehicle. Starting with the front of the car, everything you would expect with a very low mileage. Front of the vehicle could not be any better. Get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. I'm really struggling to see any stone chips at all. I'll get a close up to all the bumper corners to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. Just point out, as part of the high specification, car's got the front and rear parking sensors. Also has the rear view camera to assist with parking. There's no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper, lower down either. Can also be quite common. Again, bumper corner completely free from any marks or scuffs. As I take a step back and look down the entire driver's side of the vehicle, can't see any parking dents. All four of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll also show you as we go around the car. Starting with the driver's front alloy wheel, struggling to see a single mark at all. While I'm low down, just point out there's certainly no marks or damage to the driver's sill. Very easy to go over a high curb, mark or damage the sill. Absolutely not the case with this automatic Fiesta. Can't see anything negative to point out on the driver's front wing. As part of the high specification, car's got the power folding mirrors. Also, as part of the high specification, the mirrors are contrast black, as is the roof. So it's got the contrast roof and mirror covers. Really does look fantastic. Moving on to the driver's door, I'm struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. That's just a little bit of rainwater just drop down from the mirror cover there. Just wipe that away so you can absolutely see not a mark to the paintwork. Driver's door, I can't see anything to mention. Get a close up underneath the driver's door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches. Can be common, particularly on the driver's door. Can't spot any chips to the driver's door edge either. Again, can be quite common. Moving on to the rear door, exactly the same as the driver's. There isn't anything to mention. Again, that does include no marks underneath the handle, no chips to the door edge. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same. There isn't anything to point out, and that alloy wheel identical to the driver's front. Cannot see a single mark at all. Inside the car could not be any better. Everything you would expect with the very low mileage. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the driver's seat. Really no sign of any wear to point out at all. Just to give you an indication of the level of care afforded to this Ford Fiesta, the chap has had double overmats fitted from new. So he's had the genuine heavy duty rubber overmats fitted, and then he's also had the carpeted overmats over them. And obviously they've done the job. As you can see, no sign at all of wear to any of the footwells. Just get a close up to the driver's footwell to highlight that. Also, just get a close up to the driver's step. Sometimes people drag the feet getting into a vehicle, mark the paintwork on the step. Absolutely not the case on this cherished Fiesta. Of course, there's no sign of any wear to the lever on the steering wheel. Just lean into the car to show you the centre console. Sometimes people jump in, put keys, coffee cups on the centre console, end up marking the console a little bit, but not the case on this Fiesta. It's got the satellite navigation as part of the high specification. The chap was a non-smoker, so there's no unwanted odours with the car, no smells of smoke or pets. I don't think the seats in the rear have ever been sat in. The chap we purchased the car from was an elderly chap who is no longer driving, so I don't think anyone has sat in the rear seats. There's no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the front seats, as you'd expect. No chips to the step. Easy to catch the seatbelt in the step and mark the step, but not the case with this Fiesta. Bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. As I mentioned at the start of the video, all bumper corners free from any scuffs or marks. no marks to the centre of the bumper either. Easy to park a little bit too close to someone or something, mark the centre of the bumper, but again, not the case with this Fiesta. I also just want to get very low down so you can see there's no scuffs to the underside. As I've already said, easy to go over a high curb, scuff the underside, but not the case. Onto the tailgate of the car, there isn't anything to mention. Inside the luggage compartment, same as the rest of the interior, could not be any better. Both set to the genuine mats with the vehicle. As you'd expect with the very low mileage, there really doesn't even appear to be much sign of wear to the over mats themselves. Carpet underneath there, absolutely perfect. There's no scuffs to the interior plastics, no marks to the top of the bumper. See plenty of vehicles where people have loaded items in a little bit carelessly, scuffed the plastics, marked the top of the bumper. Not the case with this cherished Fiesta. Bumper corner again, free from any scuffs or marks. Looking down the entire passenger side of the car, exactly the same as the driver's. Can't spot a single parking dent. That alloy wheel, exactly the same as the other two I've already shown. You can't see any scuffs or signs of curbing at all. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents to mention. I'm struggling to see even the most minor of stone chips, I really am. Onto the door, all the door edge nice again. Underneath the handle, exactly the same. That is just a little bit of a hand mark, just wipe that away so you can absolutely see, not a mark to the paintwork. Rest of the door, there isn't anything to mention. Get low down on the passenger side also, so you can see exactly the same as the driver's, free from any marks or damage. Again, no chips to any of the steps. Repeating myself, seats in the rear, I don't think they've been sat in. Couldn't be better, and that is the case for the entire interior. Again, no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the passenger seat. If there's going to be any chips to the door edges, usually on the front doors, but the passenger door edge exactly the same as the driver's. Struggling to see any at all. That does apply with marks under the handle also, if there's going to be any marks, usually on the front doors, but not the case with this Fiesta. Mirror cover again, free from any scuffs or marks. Just a little bit of a hand mark, just wipe that away so you can see not a mark to the actual paintwork. Again, onto the passenger front wing. Again, there isn't anything to mention. The car really is a one-off example, a credit to the chap who has owned the car from brand new, inside and out. Could not be any better. Everything you'd expect with the very, very low mileage. Into the vehicle from the passenger side. Again, no marks to the passenger step, of course, no sign of any wear to the passenger footwell. Genuine double overmats, protected all the carpets from new. Passenger seat, same as all the others I've already shown you. Couldn't be any better. And that applies for the entire vehicle, inside and out. Could not be any better. I've been around the entire vehicle and I'm struggling to see anything to mention at all. The car really is a credit to the chap who's owned it from brand new. Fantastic specification also, satellite navigation, rear view camera, contrast black roof mirror covers, which are power folding, Bluetooth audio, front and rear parking sensors, so very, very high specification. And I must say, you will not find a better example. We have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer, just to make sure the vehicle is mechanically correct and correct on the road. You can view the 128-point AA inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on our website, so if you are interested in any additional funding to purchase this Ford Fiesta Automatic, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our site. We guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the vehicle for an outside finance company or finance broker, please get in touch with ourselves first for the guaranteed lowest rate of finance. That applies for all credit criteria, so if you are a prime candidate, we will get you the lowest rate of finance with our prime candidate, with our prime finance companies. If you've had any issues in the past, again, for your criteria, we guarantee the lowest rate of finance. We have eligibility checkers on our website, completely free and don't affect your credit rating at all. So if you're unsure whether you'll be approved on finance, you can pop to our website, do an eligibility checker, and it'll tell you whether you'll be approved straight away. I've just been around the vehicle one final time, very slowly, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I must say, an exceptional example. You will not find a better example. Credit to the chap who's owned the vehicle from brand new. If you need any further information about the car, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Likewise, if you need a part exchange, valuation, finance quote, or assistance with an application, or you'd just like to arrange a viewing or test drive, anything at all, we're always happy to help. Hopefully you found the video helpful.